The Audacity. Jamie Lee.
Warren, man. What you doing?
Look, back at it. I'm back at them better.
Cause what's up?
Let me tell you something. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Also, don't forget they're here.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they're here.
Bonjour to all my French hoes. How you doing? To all my baguettes. How you doing?
Hola to all the Spanish beauties out there. This country was built. I'm not going to say that. I'm just music.
But hey, y'all. To be clear. Okay?
This is another episode of the Audacity podcast. I'm Jamie Lee Williams.
I'm Uncle Toro, aka Warren. How you doing?
Yeah, man, we're here doing it, man.
We're here.
We're here live for us, but not you because we're recording this late.
See you soon.
Yeah. You guys have demanded us, and we're here. So, first, if this is your first time at the Audacity podcast, what we do like to start with is a little love and gratitude. It's kind of just the time where we thank you guys for kind of being here. Thank you for going about your day and being like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and see what these guys talking about one more time, or for the first time, and then but yeah.
You could have been anywhere. You could have been Googling car tracking devices for your cousin, but no, you're here, and we appreciate it.
Does your cousin need a car tracking device?
I don't know.
You don't know, or
Google wasn't helpful.
Speaking of that, man, you can use like TikTok to do your Googles these days.
Look, I don't know anything about tracking a car.
But they're not here for any of that. They're not here for any of that. They're here for they're not here for that either.
What?
We're about to do a recap.
We are.
Yeah, but they're not here for that. But
you guys are here for the recap. You guys know
that's actually probably what they're here for.
Okay.
That's what you're here for.
And there's a lot to recap. A lot's been happening.
Listen, a lot has been happening. You have some things that's been happening? Okay, all right, listen.
So, y'all, the new car that I just got, she's been in the shop for about 2 weeks at this point. 2 weeks, because my fuel pump system went out. Which, you learn new words. It's kind of like, as your body gets older, your daughter starts talking to you, start using words like osteoporosis.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I had put gas in the car when I first got it, maybe the first week, and I could kind of smell like some gas. So I thought I just spilled some gas on the outside of the car, and I was like, okay, that happens. Nigga, me and my roommate were coming back from the outlets, and I put some gas in the car on the way back, parked it, ran back out there, and I could smell gas in the cabin.
Oh, God.
I said, this is not normal, because I know I didn't put gas inside of my vehicle. I didn't spray down the seats, and so, I took it, called the warranty people, took it to the shop. They were like, oh, yeah, we figured it out. It's your fuel pump system. And Good news, we are fixing that shit for free.
Hey.
I said, yes. They said, you ready for the bad news? I said, what's going on?
Right.
They said the part that we need won't be here for a week.
Damn.
I said, got it.
Okay.
And then she called me. She was like, it's a little more delayed, actually. It's just a little bit, because the car parts are actually kind of hard to find nowadays.
It's a supply chain thing.
It is. And I'm like, okay.
Supply chain, guys.
So yeah, as swift as I was back in the streets, I've been back at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully.
That's tough. You just got that car.
I just got it. So hopefully it'll be back next week.
Okay. But it's under warranty.
Amen.
Okay.
I ain't having to pay. Look, y'all better fix. She too new. Y'all better fix it.
One time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Also, I'm going to Savannah next week. I'm really excited about that. Change the scenery. We're going to see Jill Scott.
Oh wow.
She'll be at the Savannah Civic Center. I've never been there, but
you never been to Savannah?
Jill Scott. No, I've never been to the Savannah Civic Center.
Oh, okay.
I've been all up and through River Street.
Okay.
Slept there one night.
Like on a bench or something?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
But yeah. What about you?
What's the question?
What's your recap? What you been up to?
Let me see. Here we go. So some time ago, I went to it was like instead of going to acting class, this day I went to, it was like a casting director workshop that a casting director was giving to people and saying, hey, here's the other side of the casting process that you guys don't know because you're idiots and blah, blah, blah. So we, because, you know, when you're auditioning, well, some people don't know, but when you're auditioning, there's so many muted no's or rejections that, you know, you might like, oh man, this audition's for me. This is the thing. I was meant to do this one. And, you know, you had never hear anything back. And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, your love life at some point. Okay. But anyway, all these things happen. But having like another source of information, I was sitting through it. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. You know, I learned like a little bit. You know, I don't know if it's worth sitting in. But, you know, it was cool, you know, being there. And then they had a raffle. Right. And the raffle was for, they had a couple different raffles for, you know, different prizes. And I won the raffle for the Atlanta Film Festival. Period. For the whole 10 days. What? Yeah, so for like the last, what's today, Wednesday? Since Thursday, they've been having like events. And I'm just up in the film festival. You know, yeah. For free. Right. People that I had to stop telling people I had a one-jump raffle because I'm like, yeah, man, it's free for me being here. And they like pay like hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, crazy because I've been paying every day for something new. Word. But so that's been cool. I've been going to the different workshops and stuff they have going on. I have a film that I'm shooting. Well, my new short film that I'm shooting this weekend. I don't know if I talk about that at all. Dope. But this was like a perfect timing, like crash course to like, you know, like, hey, don't forget about all these things that you weren't thinking about before this thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect alignment. Maybe we need to push back the film, but you know, we're going ahead. But so that's been happening. You talked about traveling. I'm going to Vegas with my mom for Mother's Day. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. Yeah, so has your mom been? She hasn't been to Vegas at all. Yeah, she hasn't traveled in like for like a vacation, especially, you know, in like a while. And then I'm going to my niece's graduation, her law school graduation in Boston. When is that? After Vegas. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that'll be good. Yeah. I'll be in Vegas in July for Usher's show. You going to Usher's show? What, you said July? July 7th. Come on, man. Let me tell you something, nigga. I'm going to be in there, Usher. I cannot wait. I haven't been to Vegas in a minute. I just go all the time because my best friend used to be stationed out there. So it's been a minute. I'm really excited. Okay. Yeah, my brother's coming. Some of our other friends are coming. So yeah, it'll be fun. Okay. All right. That's dope. I'm also, like I said, I'm in the process of shooting the one film on Saturday, right. And then I'm with a film festival group, and we've all been put in the same group to like film another short film. So I helped write that script. So now we're going in production on that one. It's got to be sometime in the next time. Look, they're going to be in Vegas. I'm not gonna be here, dog. Vegas, I'm in Boston. You know, like I got. Y'all trying to shoot in December or no? Also recap. The poetry performance is tomorrow. That's at the Gathering Spot. Yeah. Yep. And also the Gathering Spot. I mean, I've been kind of busy, man. Booked and blessed. Moving around, man. The Gathering Spot is gonna let me host an improv workshop there. That's dope. So that's gonna be on June 1st. Okay. And so people at the Gathering Spot and like whichever guests come in, they'll be able to attend my first improv show. That's dope. Do they have to sign up for it in advance? Yes. It's June 1st. So I gotta submit to them like my marketing materials. I gotta get marketing materials. For all you improv connoisseurs, make sure. Yeah. Because Jamie is actually really good at facilitating improv. She's pretty straight at it. Very good. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Just won a Jamie. You did win a nigga. You want to be there. So yeah, man. Just got just different things going on, and let's go. Yeah, man. We love to see you, honey. Look, when you are aligned and where you're supposed to be, things just fall into place. I can't be late. Hello? I was supposed to be there at that time. I was late. What you mean? Okay. I'm going to be on time for myself every time. Don't miss out on your raffle. But you got to be on time. Okay, that's a word. Don't miss out on your raffle. Okay? They call your name, you ain't there, nigga. Hey, That's what happened. They called somebody's name and he wasn't there. So the whole crowd was like, "Write it again!
Period.
Write it again!"
Period.
I'm over here sitting chilling. I'm like, man, I'm not connected to the outcome of whatever this raffle thing. I got other stuff to do.
Okay.
Anyway. And then it was like, "No, man, you got to be at this festival. Here you go. Here go your ticket." I'm like, "Oh, Jamie Williams? Oh shit, it's late. What's up?" So
Don't be late for your raffle.
don't be late for your raffle.
Okay.
Long story short.
All right, let's get into this episode.
Oh yeah. With that being said,
Yes.
I just got 2 words on here, and I'm gonna just you can see. Don't look at the paper.
Okay.
2 words on here.
I couldn't really see it was upside down. I'm not dyslexic, so I couldn't read how it was like.
Dating skills. You hear those 2 words. What do you hear?
I think unskilled. That's what I've been running into. I think a lot of people want to date, you want to connect. I'm talking to teen lonelies. How y'all doing? Hey y'all. You want to connect, you want to be out here, and like you may be lacking some skills, you may be encountering people that lack some skills. So this is for everybody.
I think so.
Because some of y'all out here, y'all don't have no dating etiquette, no skills, no nothing. Can I go first? Because there's some on my spirit.
Okay.
Some's on my spirit. It's boiling up over me. So y'all, I've been talking to someone we met on a dating app. Very nice guy. I could see his pictures.
Mm-hmm.
We had FaceTime, got his number. Cool. I was like, let's go hiking. Because what I like to do on a date, I like to invite people into things like my world, things that I like to do.
Sure.
Because it's a way for you to get to know me better in my element. And it's a way for me to see if you can kind of like blend into my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's go hiking. He was like, bet. I've never been hiking. Cool. Picked up a very chill hiking spot. We went. This nigga gets out the car. Now, mind you, I have seen his pictures. We have FaceTime. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with the term hatfish.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, niggas that they be wearing hats all the time because when they take it off, it's a situation under there.
Mm-hmm.
The head might be big, the hair might be fucked up. They might have like it's just some things. So this nigga got out, we hugged. I was like, okay, let's go. I cracked a joke. And he laughed. Now, I had seen his teeth already in the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was using a filter. He was a toothfish. He was a motherfucking toothfish. His front 2 teeth rotten.
What?
Rotten and lifted. Like,
Lifted?
hello. Like, the rest of them weren't even
lifted,
in row.
bro.
It's almost like they were trying to escape because he had been abusing them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were like, we have been being abused in this mouth, so we want to get out of here.
Neglect.
The front 2.
Mm-hmm.
The front, it can't even hide though. Rotten.
Wow.
And I said, and he just kept talking like that. And now I'm like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm. When I'm looking at these profiles or something, they gotta have like, just different views. I'm like, hold on, she ain't got no teeth pictures. No.
But he was smiling in all
That's
his
what I'm
pictures.
saying.
He used a fucking filter.
Oh, he used a filter.
To trick, he's a toothfish. So for those of you that now know how I had to learn the hard way, you got to start facing something and be like, open your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Smile. Ha ha! Ha!
Mm-hmm. So that happened.
A fucking toothfish.
So
Unskilled.
Unskilled. When I hear dating skills, go back. I'm reminded of a time where not everybody knows how to express their feelings. So, or even have had the reps to like express their feelings to where it's not uncomfortable for them to just be able to like not make it like, I think I've recognized that there's an expectation on the other person to be like, oh, obviously when I go out here or when I'm on a date or when I'm with somebody, I expect this to be done and this to be done and this to be done. And you're not doing any of that. And how dare you? And you know better. And I'm like, first of all, you didn't say any of that. You need to set whatever expectations you want, or even if that's what you want and another person does know, just say it as opposed to thinking about chastising somebody.
Yeah. Say it out loud.
Yeah, and I think communication and people's inexperience with talking with other human beings, just because I think long form conversation is just kind of a little bit antiquated now.
It's a lost art.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, so I think people aren't used to getting to a point in a conversation with a person where they just say what they want, or even just not place those expectations on somebody without expressing that, or
without expressing them and them agreeing to it. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You can't be mad at me for some shit. I didn't agree. I didn't sign no contract. I didn't say, okay, we talked about that. I will work on that, or that's something I can do, or no.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Unskilled. Speaking of expectations,
what's up?
I had a guy I was dating recently. I had decided to no longer date him, or like as in seriously. Because we were having a conversation and we were out at dinner after a date. We went to the movies, we went to dinner, and he was like, oh, so how do you feel about where we are? I was like, I love a good check-in. That's a skill. That's, hey, how's this going? Where are you? And I was like, I think it's going cool. Like, I really like spending time with you, I said, I do remember earlier you mentioned you want kids. That's not something I'm interested in currently. I said, I don't know if that's going to change, but we are not aligned in that right now. And then he was like, oh, yeah, also, I feel that. He said, also, I'm really trying to be outside this summer. And I was like, that's good for me to know, because nigga, I am only dating with the intention of settling down. Not immediately, but I'm not trying to just be outside.
You inside right now?
I'm inside. And I'm trying to be inside of a relationship. And so I was like, oh, that's also good to know. I said, that's also something we're not aligned on. So that's going to make me deprioritize you as far as like the people I'm dating. Like,
exactly.
You are no longer like at the top. And he was like, oh, that's cool. I understand that. Come to find out, this nigga told me yesterday, he had called me. He was like, and it's been weeks since we had that conversation. We chatted very friendly, whatever, since then. He told me that I had hurt his feelings, and I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, we were talking like a couple days ago, and you were talking about like this other guy that you were dating and a situation, and I was like, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, that hurt my feelings, because I was kind of like, what are we doing? I said, well, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I'm confused. You told me you wanted to be outside.
You wanted to be outside guy?
Yeah, and then I told you that I was going to deprioritize you as far as like seriously dating, because that's not what I'm on.
Right, it just makes sense. Math.
Right. Outside equal, I'm outside. Doing what I want to do.
Right.
He was like, yeah, what I meant was, I just don't want to, I want to be outside, but like, I want to travel, and I just don't want to feel like all my time is being monopolized by one person, or like, I want to like do things. And I was like, that's not what outside means. Like, most of the time, it usually means I'm out here.
Right.
Yeah. Free.
Yeah.
And I was like, and also when I said that, you didn't like say that back, like, oh, that's not what I meant. You didn't clarify anything. He was like, yeah, the communication is something I'm working on. I said, well, that's a red flag.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, that's not unskilled. You know what I'm saying?
Turn the one red green and the other green red. Yeah. Because he at least had the good communications part on the first one.
Right.
But then when you say I'm not good at communication, here's a clear example of you being correct. I just got to take you at face value at that point.
I was like, well, that's another red flag for me. Honestly, let's just be friends. And so I did commend him. I was like, I'm glad that you reached back out and expressed this. I said, another thing is like, you can't walk around holding on to stuff. Like, if you're dating someone or like going through something and like there's a miscommunication or like someone did something to offend you or whatever, you need to express that immediately. Like, make it clear. Perfect example. I was out with another guy, unskilled. A lot of unskilled labor out here, guys.
Listen.
I was out here with a guy. When he met me, my hair was pink. Okay, those of you that know me, I like to switch my hair up. So we went out on a third day. My hair is green at this point. And he was like, oh man, your hair is so beautiful. It's so vibrant. And I was like, oh, thanks. We had a good time. He was like, I'm going to a dinner later. You want to be my date? And I was like, oh, I actually have plans. He was like, oh, well, let's hang out soon. He's an older guy too. He's 55. He was like, let's hang out at this other bar. Like, my aunt and them kind of hang out there, blah, blah, blah. You can meet them. Which I was like, okay. But in my mind, I'm also like, he's 55. Of course, you probably kick it with your aunt. And maybe this is normal for that pace around that age. And it didn't bother me. I was like, cool, whatever. I'll meet them. The day we were supposed to hang out, we talked that morning. I said, let me know what time we're hanging out. He said, cool. I didn't hear from this nigga until 8 p.m. I'm not someone that is going to repeatedly text you or remind you of stuff. One, because I don't feel like I need to control you. I'm not trying to monopolize your time. You know what you're supposed to be doing. If you hit me up, you hit me up. If you don't, I'm going to match your energy. That's a skill, y'all. Don't be chasing these people. If I text you and I'm like, okay, what are we doing? And you don't follow up, that's a sign, baby.
That's true.
Use your skills.
Yeah.
So he followed up. He was like, sorry, I fell asleep. I said, cool. I was like, well, it's kind of late now. We should probably reschedule. And he was like, yeah, we should. Because to be honest, like, my aunt might have thought your hair was like a little, maybe too much. And, maybe we would have been more, maybe we should have went to like maybe a more gay space. And, I just don't like that different kind of attention.
What is a more gay space?
A more gay space. Now, mind you, y'all.
What is a more gay space?
A more gay space. I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, this Atlanta, so every space is gay here. I know you're new to this area, but everywhere.
It's just space.
Like we're dead people. Also,
right, they're in the space. Everybody's in the space.
Right. Also, y'all, I'm at I am worldly enough to know that one, hair color is not a contributing factor to sexual orientation. It doesn't.
Sure.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. But at that moment, I knew I was dealing with someone that was unskilled, y'all.
Right.
I'm not gonna use my skills on the unskilled. So I said goodbye, Calvin.
Yeah.
That was my take. Goodbye. I'm not gonna explain to you like that was offensive for a number of reasons. One, you saw my hair earlier on our date. You told me you liked it. You invited me then to come hang out with you and your aunt. These are all things you set in motion. And then you slick try to like not really like gaslight me, but slick offend me.
Right. And
like it's my fault.
Right. That you're almost too gay or something.
Yeah, like that we can't nigga. And this is something else I want people to hear me clear. Men out there, all spectrums of the LGBT. If you gay, you gay. That's the first thing. Any space you're in, you're gay. If it's a space where you are having to conceal your identity to protect yourself, that is understandable. No. But if you are a gay man and you cannot be whatever variation of whatever you perceive to be gay in that environment, those people don't fuck with you. They don't care about you. You're having to play by these heteronormative like ideals so that they accept you. They really don't fuck with you. Mm-hmm. You should be able to come as you are in any space and people be welcoming if they fuck with you. Mm-hmm. Unskilled.
I think there's one thing to be in those spaces as an advocate to like inform people like, hey, like, I'm just as deserving to be in this space as anybody else. There's a difference between that and lessening that himself to be like either like accepted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
You want them to be comfortable, so then you are comfortable.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No.
You're not responsible for other people's like comfortability. You have got to live your own life. You can't worry about that. If you're uncomfortable with something that someone's doing that has nothing to do with you, you need to do some soul searching.
Yep.
Unskilled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, dating skills, unskilled.
Work on it.
Dating unskilled, maybe that's it.
Oh God. Yeah, we gotta work on it. Look, you gotta be here dating. A lot of people think, when you dating, you gotta have like stuff like, my money's together, or like this together, or like I have this together. There are also skills that like you have to have. Like, are you working on you so that the person you're presenting to other people is like skilled?
Yeah. Did you see this? Speaking, how can I transition this? Let me see if I can tightrope this.
Your transitions are.
Okay. How about this? Speaking of the LGBT community,
hello.
Frank Ocean,
nigga.
What happened with this whole? So I saw he was like debuting, or he was headlining.
He was headlining.
He was headlining, right? Coachella, right?
The headline.
I don't know why the people went out there thinking that this man like was gonna be like everybody knew, right? Or was he like
knew what?
That he was coming to perform that day? Or was it a surprise that weekend?
No, he's the headliner. It was announced. They always announce the headliner before.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure if
that draws the crowd.
But then they said they weren't going to be streaming it.
Correct. Which is interesting because they even stream Beyonce's. Like I remember watching, like you can see. I remember when they started streaming Coachella a couple of years ago because at first that wasn't a thing. Like if you didn't go, you didn't know it went down. Like you had to see people's stories or whatever. And then I think one of the first years like that drew a lot of attention was Beyonce the Homecoming year, which was phenomenal. I woke up at 3 a.m. to watch that, and it was phenomenal on YouTube. But yeah, they weren't streaming it, which I was like, that was weird. The nigga was late. He was over an hour late.
Wow.
Then he had to end his late set early because of the curfew. Which who has a curfew in the desert? I thought that was weird. I was like, y'all got a curfew at Coachella, so they shut it down.
I think it's because of the traffic leading back into the city. It's like one road, so I think that interrupts the surrounding areas, like people that live there. So, and they actually got fined for that. Like, I think maybe like I don't know if it was a significant number that they got fined. Because of the curfews, because they broke them, because they went over it went over like 2 hours, like an hour and 25 minutes, and
they had to run the money.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I just thought people passed out there in the desert because, to be honest, the closest city I think it's called Capital, California, but it's still very small. It's not like everyone has like hotels where they say a lot of people y'all just roughing it out there when you're jumping. You're dirty and you're high, and when the high comes down, you get high again, so you don't think about how dirty you are.
Exactly.
Which is why I've never been to Coachella.
No.
But this is my thing. I love Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean has done a lot of wonderful things for music and gay representation. Like, to be honest, wouldn't be no Lil Nas X if there. Frank Ocean didn't come out for. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a lot of like people recognizing Black queer artists as mainstream if it weren't for Frank Ocean. So I'm gonna put a pin in
That's
that.
fine.
Shout out to Frank. There are also certain artists. When I think about me paying money to see you, people that I want to see in concert, I don't think Frank Ocean. I love the albums. I would rather listen to them in the comforts of my own home. I don't need to see Frank Ocean perform.
Right.
Because I've seen some of his live performances. They're just okay. In my personal opinion, he's just not that kind of artist that gives like performance. He's a creative genius, very skilled writer, very cool conceptualist. Not really a great performer. I like to see performers if I'm going to pay for that. That's the first thing. 2, I don't think a lot of people realize that Frank Ocean's brother passed in 2020.
Oh.
And him and his brother used to come to Coachella all the time.
Oh, wow.
And Frank was even said during his set, you know, I never really wanted to come out here. Everybody knows Frank is like a recluse. His brother is the one that was always really big into the festival. And so that was a tradition of theirs. So I can imagine the grief he probably was dealing with. He probably got there on time, to be honest, having a panic attack in shows. And then came out there and was Frank Ocean. Because y'all, once again, he's not a performer, period.
Yeah, that's true too.
So you girls that went out there, that didn't do your research, that thought Frank Ocean was going to give what?
I don't know what their expectation was. I don't know. Like
he's not Beyonce, he's not Bad Bunny, like he's Frank Ocean.
Right, yeah.
He also hasn't dropped anything new, so he hasn't been performing anywhere in quite some time. So once again, I just don't know what people expected. So that's how I feel about that. Now, what I will critique you on, Frank, now nigga, you were late. You did have to end early. And then you just don't show up for the second weekend for people that have already bought tickets that are coming. They replace him with Coldplay.
Oh, he's supposed to perform the second weekend?
Yes, it's 2 weekends. It's a 2-weekend festival. So you sign up.
Oh, wow. Everybody comes back?
Everyone.
Wow.
Everyone comes back. Especially the headliners. You're coming back. And so he said he sprained his leg or ankle or some shit. That's why he couldn't come to the date. Nigga, you didn't do enough on the first thing. You could have rolled your ass out there, sat on a stool. No shade. I'm not. And to be honest,
and it would have been iconic.
It would have been iconic. But to be honest, I think he caught so much flack for the first one that he was probably overwhelmed emotionally and was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, that's true too. I mean,
look, either way.
But that's also Frank Ocean. Like, no disrespectful. It's just
he's like what I would say a Summer Walker.
Yeah,
that kind of, you know. So once again. Y'all want to be mad at Frank? Cool. Frank, I can see both sides. You've gone through a lot. I can be empathetic towards that. You are an icon for what you've done for, you know, people in that genre, for like our community in the musical space. However, it was piss poor. It was a piss poor showing. And then you didn't show up the second time and your excuse. Nigga, it would have been easier if you just said, y'all, mentally, I can't do it. I would have been like, okay, cool.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But you sprained your leg. If you don't get your hop along, if you don't get your
chairs at Coachella,
you know how much money people pay to go to Coachella?
Thousands.
Frank.
Thousands.
And you said you was dropping new music?
Oh wow. See?
Good luck.
Yeah. The real motherfucking news. Sometimes I gotta catch people out there when they ain't looking. You know what I'm saying?
I love this segment. Okay.
Real news is a time where we talk about all the things that we're watching, things that are coming out as far as the movies, TV shows, just, you know, that space. And we have a special edition because we've been live at the Atlanta Film Festival.
Period. Industry insider, guys.
Exactly. I got some news for y'all. So you've been, you seen any of these new trailers that came out?
Yes, so many trailers have been dropping.
Okay.
So many.
I love trailers, really.
Same.
I think that trailers are an art themselves.
They are.
I would just watch like hours of different trailers.
Have you ever seen a trailer? And see, this sometimes trailers are too good. Perfect example, Black Panther 2.
Yes.
The trailer was stirring.
It's crazy.
Chills. Masterful. The movie did not give me the same thing as the trailer. Just gonna be honest. I mean,
it was real.
I fuck with y'all. Y'all know that.
Yeah,
I saw it twice in theaters. Y'all got my money.
That's all we got.
Okay.
We ain't got nothing.
But that trailer, to your point, it's an art.
Yeah. With that, the new Flash trailer came out.
Bruh.
I just seen like the reaction to it from everybody's, you know, commentary. But from what I understand, it's like incredible. And just, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Just kind of something that we haven't really seen from DC before.
Ever.
And just kind of like one of the most anticipated movies coming out.
Period.
With all the
controversy
between the main characters.
Which is interesting because, yes,
yeah.
Ezra Miller. So y'all know I had to bring it up. Y'all know even when niggas ain't doing the right thing, I'm still gonna be like, but if he was white, Jonathan Majors. Ezra Miller has done so many of the things that Jonathan Majors is currently accused of. Confirmed. Ezra Miller confirmed. Arrested. Confirmed. People like they've been suing him. Oh, he needs rehab. He needs this. He needs that. Okay, y'all are very forgiving. And I think one is because he's white. Two, because y'all need him to restart the franchise. James Gunn needs a vehicle to. But y'all, if this movie does as well as I'm sure it will do, they're probably still not going to fire Ezra Miller and bring in like the different versions of the Flash. They're probably not going to do that.
No.
Like even though they say, "Oh, we're going to wrap it," they're not going to do that shit. Jonathan Majors, Loki, the trailer for season 2 dropped. Jonathan Majors is in it, all up and through it.
Interesting.
Now it hasn't come out yet, but all we know what's going on with Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
So I think it's just going to be very interesting to see the reception because I'm sure the season's going to be phenomenal. Loki season 1 was great. It was like Marvel's been doing these really great things with these series. Slick, the series in this current phase have been better than the movies. I'm just going to say it. But I just don't think it's fair. I'm not talking about right or wrong. I'm talking about fair. If you're going to treat Jonathan Majors like this, y'all going to start dropping them, whatever. Y'all definitely should have been got rid of Ezra Miller.
I think, but I mean, we got to keep in mind that, Marvel is like Disney.
That's true.
So they have, I'm not going to say higher expectations, but just a more connection with the idea of, morals. Family and morals.
They have a morality clause in the contract.
Exactly. So, because they have, their brand thing. So, and I think Ezra Miller's, even like the DC brand is seems like it could allude for or allow for more nefarious characters.
Ooh, good word.
Hey man,
because I'm gonna say a mess.
No,
nefarious.
Yeah. So I think but I do think I don't know.
It's weird because y'all scrapped The Rock and Henry Cavill. They're done. All that work that they did in those movies, all that build up is done. Yeah. But y'all keep Ezra Miller. So it's just, I just that's interesting.
They scrapped him on. He was gonna play Otis Redding.
Who?
Jonathan Majors.
Dang, I didn't know that.
I believe so. It was that and or Dennis Rodman, the Dennis Rodman movie.
Ooh, he probably ate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, Flash, can't wait.
Oh yeah. Trailer. Power Rangers. Y'all saw the movie?
Ooh, Power Rangers. A Once and Always. That's the official title. It's on Netflix. If you are a kid of the 90s, like you grew up watching Power Rangers, you remember the Power Rangers fandom. Because, nigga, I wanted to be the yellow one so bad, but I couldn't say it out loud. Of course, I was the black one because he was the black man. But the Yellow Ranger, I just identified with that bitch. I said, Trina, you my girl. It was phenomenal. I saw it. If you've seen it, you know it was great. If you haven't seen it, treat yourself. It was perfect 90s nostalgia. The acting was perfectly terrible. It was like, it could be too good.
Right.
And it was still better than what it was in the 90s, to be clear. But it was something seeing them folks, like Zach came back, the original Black Ranger, Billy came back, my girl Aisha, the Black Yellow Ranger, because unfortunately, Trini, her character passed. The original Red Ranger, that nigga got locked up for the PPP loans.
Oh, is that what happened?
PPP!
The Red Ranger?
That nigga was still in the COVID money. It's hard out here.
What?
Locked up for the PPP.
Hey, get him.
Okay, the green / White Ranger, Tommy, unfortunately, he had passed.
Right.
And then the original Pink Ranger, she did not come back because I think she had said the money wasn't enough. And I'm like, I don't know what you've been doing, girl, but a check's a check, girl. I would have been there.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
What was she doing? What could she be doing?
Let me out of it.
Maybe she's a scientist or something.
I'm booked. Scientist. But it was very, very cool watching that and seeing everybody come back in. So yeah, perfect nostalgia. Y'all should check it out.
Nice. At this film festival, I checked out it's a documentary called Phenom with Flaujay, I think Johnson is her name. She's a basketball player for the LSU women's basketball team.
Champions.
Yeah, they just won the championship. And so, but this is a documentary that's been following her since, following Flaujay since she's been in high school.
Wow.
Because she's also a rapper, so she was on the show, the Social Death Show.
Oh yeah,
Jermaine
yes, the one that Lotto won.
Yeah. She was on that show, and she's kind of just been rapping. She's on The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah. With the Bayou Barbie, they just did an interview.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So and she's always just had like a personality, but then they recently won the championship. Saw the documentary. It was a pretty good documentary. I was impressed. I was like, it was one of those situations where she's always been a star, and like so her going to LSU and like doing the thing was just kind of like, oh wow, how about look at that?
Of course,
exactly,
a phenom.
And her father was he was killed before she was born, so like talks about that whole thing because he was a rapper himself. Camouflage. Yeah, he did a song, but in the Savannah area.
Okay.
They're from Savannah. In the Savannah area.
Come on, Georgia.
Yeah, right. So I saw that movie. It was pretty dope. Just seeing how, just somebody taking, some piece of history and doing something with it.
No, that's dope. Yeah. Shout out to her.
Also seen a movie called The Polite Society. What, have you heard of it?
I saw the trailer, yes.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait. How was it?
You've heard of it?
What? Yes. The trailer came out like not years ago.
I go into movies like blind a lot of the time, so I just be like, oh, I didn't know what it was about. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I saw the log line, I'm like, all right, let's run it.
Y'all know I love I'm the nigga that's like relate to the movies and I miss the trailers. I'm furious.
Oh, yeah.
I'm him.
Yeah. But so the Polite Society is about a girl who pulls off a heist to recapture her sister who's about to get married because she's filled. Yeah, I'll just say that whole thing. Is that what you captured from the trailer?
Perfectly.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm saving my sister from these niggas.
It's an Indian movie.
Yes.
Bollywood joint. So pretty hilarious.
No,
actually.
The trailer. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man. Yeah.
Acting's really good. Obviously the plot is pretty interesting because like the way that when I say pull off a heist, it's like like, oh, I gotta go save my big sister kind of thing. So really enjoyed that.
Okay, bet. Yeah, no, I definitely am checking it out. I think it comes out Friday in theaters, the 28th.
Okay. So 2 days ago.
Look, we're not all plugged in. I'm just doing the best I can with my little AMC rewards.
What have you been watching?
Segment just really quick. The Little Mermaid, y'all, the tickets are out. The Little Mermaid, it comes out May 26th. The tickets are out. Get your ticket. They're selling out. Okay. Y'all know I love Little Mermaid. I'm very excited about that. But a TV show I just watched on Netflix, Beef.
I hear a lot about this.
Stephen Young, Ali Wong, the stars. I am really enjoying how like these comedians, because Ali Wong is a stand-up comedian. She has several stand-ups on Netflix. How they are really letting them shine because it seems seamless for a lot of these comedians to switch to these very like dark dramas just seamlessly. They're calling her the Asian Angela Bassett.
Okay, that's a little far now. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. And then they start.
Do we know Angela Bassett? Because
and then they start putting pictures of them next to her. They actually kind of look alike.
Oh, you mean like physically?
Yeah, no, but also her acting.
Okay, I haven't seen Beef.
Right.
Okay. For
those of you who saw Beef, it's a wild ride. And basically it starts off with this road rage incident. These two people from two different worlds who are similar in a lot of ways that they kind of find out. They have a road rage incident that just spirals into a tit for tat that turns into a boom for boom. It's wild.
Okay.
So if y'all ain't seen Beef, get into it. There has been a lot of controversy recently, which is unfortunate because one of the actors in it, he was just called out because he had been joking about raping black women.
Wow.
Yeah, Bobby Lee, he was on the Bobby Lee podcast, and they kind of like told this story over and over again. I think it started in 2017, but they've talked about it more since then. And I don't know if the actor came out and apologized. It's not funny. Rape's never funny. You saying like you successfully raped a black woman and got away with it, you're tarnishing the brand. I hate when other people take it, and you're not even a star, but you're tarnishing the work that these other people put in, and it is a phenomenal series. So you, sir, fuck you, you suck. If you can still support it, it was great. Go watch it.
Yeah. That's wild. Because I think that's the, like, some of that is, anyway, that's why you already said everything. Let's see what we got here. And that was real news.
Real news.
There you go. Is Jamie Foxx?
Oh yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, it was. No, it wasn't next.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just making sure. But with that being said, transitioning out of real news into television, the news, regular news,
Regular.
fake news, one might say.
Fake fucking news.
Tucker Carlson of Fox News, specifically, has been let go.
Let the fuck go.
From Fox News. Do you know why at all?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
So
what was the reasoning?
So for those of you that remember, like during the presidential cycle when Trump won and Fox News kept spreading those lies about how the election was rigged, it was stole. So Dominion, one of the companies that actually makes the election machines, they sued Fox for billions of dollars. Billions. Went to court. They pulled text messages from like lots of the anchors that work at Fox News, private texts where they were saying like Tucker Carlson, Trump's insane. He's a madman. Like, we don't even believe this shit, but we're having to say it to like, because our viewers are too dumb. So every time we tell the truth, we lose viewers. And so like, we have to tell these lies to keep the viewers up. Because Tucker Carlson was bringing in 3 million views, 3 million like viewers, like every time his show aired. Very dangerous to have that kind of platform and be spewing these lies that you know are lies that you admitted to. So it just got very nasty. Dominion ended up settling with Fox $787 million.
Wow.
That's what they
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money. And
news money.
There's another now company who also makes election boxes who is following them and also suing Fox.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be interesting to see how they pay. I guess Fox is trying to get ahead of it and say, Tucker, we can't pay you, baby, because you're a fault. Even though we're a fault, you're the face of fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they didn't even get that nigga a goodbye show.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fuck you, Tucker Carlson.
No.
Lies have consequences, y'all.
Yeah.
The truth always comes out eventually.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Choose you this day who you gonna serve.
With that, it seemed like the same day, I don't know if it was like now is the perfect time, but Don Lemon of CNN also was like fired pretty like quickly. Abruptly, thank you. I'm not sure when this interview occurred. You know when it happened?
I'm not sure when it happened, but I feel like it was relatively close to the firing. It could have been the day before. I'm not sure when it aired, but I know like as soon as we heard he was fired, the interview started trending.
Yeah.
The catalyst, as you'll say. Because initially Don Lemon had got in trouble because he had said one of the GOP presidential potential candidates was past her prime because she was like 51. Age is sexist. He apologized for that. That was not great. But they just they took him off of the nighttime and put him on the morning time show, which is where this interview happened.
Yeah.
He had an interview with another GOP presidential candidate, Vivek. He's an Indian American, racist, white propagandist, white supremacist.
You believe all those words? Indian American racist.
Racist.
Because he was.
White supremacist talking about Jimmy. Yeah, just, a liar.
Yeah, but I could see that he has a following and people that like think like him as far as like, they're like, oh, okay. And like the way that he raps his conversation, I could tell that like he knows what he knows how to like push buttons a little bit.
He's like Candace Owens.
Exactly. Yeah.
People of color that know because you're a person of color, you know exactly what to do to hurt your own people, to rile up the white base, that want to hear a person that looks like you say the things that they say, because then it makes them feel like they are right. Or see, confirmation bias. There we go.
Yep.
He's saying it, look, we're just saying what this nigga said.
Exactly. And I think he was even trying to use his POC-ness and like I can see how that he uses his POC-ness to justify and to, like you just said, validate like a lot of other thoughts that other white supremacists agree with. And it was kind of like it's weaponizing how he was doing it. And so that was just in the 2-minute interview that I saw.
The clip.
In the clip. And I'm seeing Don Lemon like react to this and like,
which good for you, Don.
Good for Don, man. Like
his white co-anchor said, "Leave me out of it." She shut the fuck down. She said, because he was obviously lying. He was trying to tell this black man about black history and like misquoting, things that the NRA has done for the civil rights and women, just lies. And Don was basically like, look here, whatever you identify as, which to be, people were like, oh, well, whatever you identify as, because nigga, I don't know you.
Yeah.
What I do know is you are a person who is not black.
Right.
A brown person who is talking to me about what the NRA, who were not Indian or black at the time, did for black people. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So good for him for pushing back, the nigga. sometimes there are consequences.
Yeah. I mean, Don's going to be okay.
Yes.
Don Lemon,
so.
He's been on CNN for 17 years?
years.
Come on now. And Don at this point can do anything, so he's probably just, in my opinion, kind of coasting in that gig for a while. And
let me tell you, the podcast is coming.
Exactly, like he's gonna get his own show or something.
If he already doesn't have it,
you know, I'm sure. And now I don't know. I think that is a lost like pillar for representation in the role that he was at the level that he was at. Because you know, at this point, I think he's like the face of CNN. He was like the face of CNN. Because you know, you could argue like Wolf Blitzer, but you know, I haven't seen Wolf since the election or something. But
yeah, you can kind of tell CNN is changing. You can tell like a Republican owns it now.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's more like I get confused with the right or the left. It's whatever. It's more Republican now.
It's not left anymore. It's more they're trying to come center.
Yes.
Because even seeing like a Republican nominee on CNN, I was like, have I seen this before?
And the fact that like he wasn't allowed to correct him or push back. That's essentially what it was. Like, you wanted me to sit on air and allow this man to lie. That's not journalism. And I don't care where you're. And this is why Turk calls him Fox. Pay attention to CNN. Slippery slope. You have to allow people to push back, do real journalism. If you're on my show and you start lying, I'm going to be like, that's not true. Or I need to push back on that. Or whatever. Like, no.
Yeah. Getting back to the offense, I don't feel like it was a fireable offense. Because like you mentioned, whatever you identify as, like you're like, now you're saying you're trying to control the way he talks to
He was like, I'm an Indian American. Okay, cool. I didn't say you weren't.
Exactly.
I'm just like, you know, I don't give a fuck what you are. You're not black. And that was the point. Black people that thought, we know what he was talking about.
It's not like a $700 million, like, that's the, like, is it equivalent to Tucker Carlson making CNN you lose $700+ million or embarrassing the network? No.
It's not. And if you never watched any of the others, they push back a lot. It's once again, that's journalism. Yeah. I just feel like, you know, it's a loss for CNN. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good for you, Don.
Yeah. Hey, good for you, Don. Standing up for yourself, man. Come in a while.
Yeah, boy. King, don't come up here sneezing. You know Jamie allergic.
What? I'm a sneeze because he sneezes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
King said,
I'm only a scientist. King, go. Get out of here.
Speaking of scientists, this Jamie Foxx situation.
Wait, is it recording?
Yeah.
I'm back, y'all.
Yeah. Our in-studio audience.
And I'm back. You know, you get what these live shows. But yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he's in the hospital. Oh, no, is he at home now?
No, he's alert and awake. That was the last report I read, which, thank God. And you know what's funny? The Jamie Foxx news has kind of had a slow build. I don't think people realize that something serious had happened. I just saw like maybe one person post like a couple weeks ago, like, praying for Jamie Foxx. And then like you just start seeing a bunch of celebrities talk about it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Jamie Foxx? Like, what happened to him?
Right.
And then one of our audacious leads told me that they think he might have had a stroke.
I believe I heard that too.
I said, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But they say he's awake and alert at a Georgia hospital, which I didn't even know he was here.
Oh, he's here? I didn't know he was
here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. Was he working on a movie?
I don't know. It's just very cryptic. To be honest, we don't know a lot.
This is a weird because usually we would have heard like significant information.
Yes. His team, he got a good team.
He got a good team. They're keeping it under wraps and, you know,
quiet. No pictures. Yeah. No, like, where he was, who found him. I mean, nothing.
Nothing.
Just, he's awake and alert in the Georgia hospital. He might have had a stroke.
I hope he's okay, though.
Me too. I love Jamie Foxx.
I love Jamie Foxx as well.
He's one of the few, like, unbesmirched black, you know, elites.
That's true. Actually, yeah.
He's done it. Jamie Foxx.
So
I'll never hear no scandals.
So the thing I, go back and forth with is, just some of my opinions of, just work. But, that's just from like a,
What do you mean work? You mean his movies?
Yeah, his movies, man. He's like,
I'm not going to do this. He's healing.
I'm not doing, no, we can talk about, we can separate the man from the art.
Healing energy.
I want him to heal, just like, that's what I'm saying. I want him to be better.
I want Jamie Foxx to be better so he cannot act.
I need to get them roles, Jamie.
I want you to be healed.
We in the same category. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be in that one movie.
Right. All I'm saying is you might want to have a seat so you're something's going on.
Pass the mic is all I'm saying.
I can hold it down for you, bro.
I got you. Jamie, what we talking about? it's just a smooth transition for everybody. I mean,
right.
But I'll get better on the side.
No, for sure.
Over there, you know.
So yeah, because for a second I was like, damn, is he dying? And then they were like, he's awake and alert. I said, won't he do it? So yeah, but we don't know shit except for
we don't know anything.
that.
Yeah. So how he gets better?
And I'm like, how did he have a stroke? I thought he was in great shape.
He looked like he was in great shape. I mean,
that Hollywood life is fast.
That's what I'm saying. It's
fast.
Hollywood, man.
You should be careful.
I mean, that's why I'm still a baby. So I started mine late. So I'm still on the young end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Be careful.
I ain't got invited to none of the after parties yet.
It's coming. Last day at film festival, we'd be like, here's your next thing.
Right. Here goes the real festival.
Right. So Willy Wonka chocolate gold bar. You're like, what the fuck is going on with this? The directions are in. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. Just follow the signs.
Eat the paper too.
Eat the paper.
Eat the paper as well.
So I heard that Simone Biles, the world-renowned tennis player, champion, has recently been wed.
She's a gymnast.
What else?
Tennis player.
She play golf?
She might. Look. Hell, she might play tennis. But she's known for gymnastics.
Gymnastics is also one of her other gigs that she did.
Yeah, did. She retired.
She retired, and she don't be doing it no more because she was so good at it.
Right. She is the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, currently.
Yeah, I guess no one's beaten her. I don't think anyone else has gold medals like her.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. But she recently got married to, was it Jonathan Owens?
Jonathan Owens.
Yeah.
Football player.
Mm-hmm. I kept seeing it, but on social media, but I didn't understand why.
You were seeing it?
Why I was seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, people were just saying like a lot of, they just had like a lot of interesting takes. I feel like.
Yeah, ridiculous commentary is what it means. You sound ridiculous. I heard people talking about her hair, and it's like niggas talking about her. First of all, mind your business. She can do what she wants. And I understand there is a level of like when you become a celebrity, like fame, notoriety, it comes with that. But really, y'all, some shit we just got to do a better job. Like you can actually, see something and not say shit. That's what we used to do before social media.
True.
For those of you who don't know how to do that shit no more, you done forgot. Like you can have a thought and it be negative and you not express that because you don't have to do it all the time. Talking about her hair, talking about how much she paid for her dress. Her dress is like $120. How much she paid for her shoes. Her shoes are $35.
She's a gymnast, y'all.
But that's also how rich niggas keep their money.
You think she rich?
Yeah, she got endorsements, bro.
You think gymnast though?
Let me look up what's her net worth.
She ain't got no she ain't got no tennis money.
We're looking at.
She ain't even playing tennis.
Let's see. No, she definitely got
no, she ain't. No, she.
Who many people don't have Serena money?
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, tennis. Yeah, I was thinking about nothing golf.
Her net worth is $16 million.
No, she's good at gymnast. Yeah, she's pretty good.
16 million.
That'll do it.
Yep. So, baby, you keep those million.
Yeah.
My man on my hair like, and y'all weren't invited to the wedding for a reason because your energy's fucked up.
With your broke ass.
Your energy's fucked up. Ugh, it just really bothered me. I'm like, just leave this black woman alone. I'm so sick and tired of people just talking about black women like under such scrutiny. Like they've given it all. They deserve some goddamn respect.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are never happy. I think, like you said earlier, we didn't used to see all this stuff, or everybody wasn't looking at it, or everybody wasn't talking about what they're seeing. You know what I mean? So now everybody just feels like, everything has to be a perfect shot or a perfect stylist or a perfect dress or the perfect this because, that's what they project onto her. And because, that's what they feel like she is because,
of her celebrity.
Of her celebrity,
they're all
exactly.
supposed to operate the same, move like.
You don't know these people.
At all. And she ain't a celebrity, she's an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of athletes are quite private.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
They're not fucking rappers, singers, social media blog. They're not the Kardashians.
Like, especially the Olympians, because that's just like the Olympics and those other sports that are not like some of the main just like the other sports. I think those are a lot more private as far as their competitiveness and how they operate.
I think they also have a morality thing. When you think about Olympians, it's like, oh, they are the best of best. They are like the cream of the crop. They've competed. They on a global scale. These people are the gold. You know what I'm saying? You have to beat everybody. And so yeah, I think they also just know they have to be a little bit more pristine, which is kind of unfair to them No, I'm saying it out loud.
You think so?
Because I think one thing Simone Biles did that I was really impressed with, she talked about a lot of the mental health struggles she was
Right.
having while she was out there, and why she was going to retire, and then why some of her meets or stuff was off. And she's like, because I was doing some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think a lot of them have ever been that transparent because they're supposed to be, have this bravado.
I think I remember also she was the athlete that had like she was dealing with, what was it like when you compete at such a high level, you can get to a point in like with that mental with like a mental health occurrence where like they forget how to do the same skill or the same sport that they've been doing for years.
The pressure.
Yeah. And it I think it was the twisties, I believe it was called, or something like that. I'll have to double check, but and to even put context towards context and a face with some of these happenings and having the courage to even discuss that. Who cares about what you think her edges are supposed to look like on
how much she should have
during her wedding? She doesn't even. It's her wedding. Let her do whatever. Why y'all looking that close?
Right. Just look at the picture, smile, and
keep going. Moving. Do something else.
It's so ridiculous commentary.
What are you talking about?
So yeah, congratulations, Simone and John.
Congratulations.
Yeah. More of that. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. And for your gymnastry.
Oh yeah, you're a bad bitch.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan.
Hey man. You did it, man.
You won.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. Okay. All right. You ready to go into one of our newest categories?
Yes.
Cross Capricorn.
All right, y'all.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Am I ready?
Are you ready?
I don't know. We're about to see. You got anything for Cross Capricorn?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't get crossed. I only wear them. Amen. Hallelujah.
Cross Capricorn is a segment where us two as Capricorns discuss a moment where
you had us fucked up.
When you had us just fucked up, and whatever said reactions or occurrences happen.
Revenge.
That's basically what it is. So
to get you gotchas.
Yeah, and so that's what that is. And so today I'll be discussing a time where somebody had me fucked up. This was in a time period where let me see, what was this? This is like not college, but like around college time. I was out of school. She was, just like a different situation. We had broke up, and then we just started. What happened? Oh yeah, we were broken up for a time, and then this was like a time where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get my such and such back. I'm gonna go do X, Y, Z, and then hold on, let me see. What happened? Oh. So this was just a time where, you know what, I just need to speak some peace. You know what I'm saying? I need to get what I have to say off my chest to say X, Y, Z. It doesn't matter whatever your decisions are after this, but for me, myself, I need to be like, hey, here's what I got to say, face to face kind of situation. So I was living in Atlanta. She was living in like 3 hours away. And I was getting off a plane, and from the plane, I go straight from Virginia to Atlanta. Okay. And then right off the plane, I'm like, all right, driving 3 hours. Right. 30 hours. Because, and sometimes you just need to, I think people do things and react. I'm sorry. People do things to people and don't really consider like the extra work that they caused or the extra work that they caused other people to do and the time in which it's going to take for other people to heal once they are
emotional damage.
Thank you for exactly. So when that happens, sometimes you just gotta give them some insight as to what happened. And what happened was, I'm like, hey, I know you feel this way, but what happened was, this is my truth. Me being able to get my truth is the very least that anybody can really do in like in time. And to so sometimes I think people just don't realize, like, as we go through the world, like, there's a way to treat people, and there's a way to act, and there's a way to express everybody's own loves and desires and all these things. And also there's a way not to act and not expect that, you know, somebody can pull up on your ass.
Period.
You know what I mean? like, because you don't just get to just disrespect people in a certain way to where they won't, like, just have a conversation.
You can't control how people react to things you do to them.
You know, because, you know, a conversation is the very least that anybody can do, and to not allow people a conversation outside of it being like a, you know, like an escape, like a violent situation or anything like that. But the least people can do is to hear about what they did, and to avoid that is a little cowardly. And
give me my closure.
You know, and it's kind of insane for people to think that, you know, that there's any other truth beside that. But anyway, here nor there.
Cross Capricorn.
I had to pull up.
Period.
So that was a crazy time. That was like around college time. So it was like 2000.
The good old days.
Those days. So now we're going to one of our segments called
Win for the Week.
Win for the Week.
Yes. So this is when we talk about win that we've had for the week, something positive, something personal, something professional, a win. You got something?
Yeah, I got a lot of things, man. I so I told you I'm shooting. I guess I'm fully casted. I got a couple extra volunteers for the short film this weekend. The win, I won that raffle to do the damn thing.
Amazing.
The improv TGS situation.
Right.
I mean, I think every day, man. Every day, all day for the last, you know, just days. I'm appreciating so many wins and kind of not even holding on to any perceived L's because, you know, all this shit is a dub. You know, I mean, you know, a W is, you know, for the win.
Thank you, because sports terminology.
I got you, dog.
20?
20.
No. 20.
So yeah. What about you, man? What's your win of the week?
Something I won this week.
Yes.
A win.
Yes.
Which is the opposite of a loss.
That is correct.
Got it. No, I won at work. I was having Q1 at my job.
Yes, Q1.
Let me tell you something. I'm out of there, but there's some remnants still. Q1 was hard as fuck at my job.
Yeah.
And so y'all, my clients have been getting on my nerves. And I had some really, really difficult ones recently that I was still trying to like wrap up. My last 2 March clients. And they started talking crazy in emails. And I called my manager. And I said, this what I'm about to do in response to this motherfucking email? I'm just giving you a heads up. I said, because I don't get disrespected like this at work by nobody.
Right.
I said, but I do want to give you the heads up because I'm respectful that way. But professionally, you need to have my back because this is what I'm about to do. She was like, heard, I got your back. Can we rephrase it like this? And it still conveys this. I was like, I like that professional slick talk that she be doing. And so, yeah, sent out an email, very nice, nasty. And told them, you know, basically, your shit still getting shut the fuck off. Like I said. Right. Return the contract, signed. Where's my money? Yeah. They sent that shit back immediately. See? 2 people. And I was like, so I was win. And my manager had my back, which, you know, y'all, there's a lot of raggedy managers out here. There's a lot of piss poor people that y'all, you know, you suck. You a good manager? Go ask the people that were under you, what do you really think about me? Consequence free. No, for real. Just what's some things I can really work on? Because a lot of y'all don't even ask niggas that. But yeah, so those are 2 wins for me. Also, my car that's in the shop, but the warranty cover, I ain't got to pay for shit. That's true. That's a win because y'all know cars. That's true. That's true. But won't do it? In this economy. Okay. And I'm going out of town next week, and I'm actually really excited about that.
That's what's up, man. So, yeah. Wins.
Wins.
See? He's acting like he's going to struggle with that, finding a win.
I'll tell you something. Fighting for my life.
What up?
King, we are filming.
It's all good, man. Do your job.
No,
there you go.
Don't listen to Jamie. We're filming.
And now is time for white shit.
Things that white people do, because y'all be doing a lot.
Too much. Not enough.
Not enough and too much at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow, it's an art form.
That's crazy. I don't even know how you do it.
Wow. That is your superpower.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Shit, busybodies.
This week in white shit, we have I got the president.
Oh God, y'all.
No, it's president of the U.S.
I know. I know. It's like a typical American. I don't know what the fuck they got going on.
What the fuck?
It's too much going on here.
Joe Biden is running for re-election.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's what's going on.
That's what's going on, y'all. And people are pissed. Not even disappointed.
Shit.
Tired. Just.
We didn't have nobody else.
But y'all, right? I keep seeing a lot of commentary about like, why is he running again? And you know, if him and Trump won, I'm not even voting. No, niggas. That's not how Trump won last time.
That's what the fuck happened.
Y'all, we gonna vote for this terrible white man. But y'all, where are the other people that stepped up? None of us, because I be complaining too, we're not running. Mm-hmm. I'm not running to be the president. And a lot of us are of age now.
Oh my God. I'm of age.
We're of age to do it
now.
my
God.
It just happened. We are just now at a point where we can really take hold of this shit. So if it's really bothering you, run. But also, y'all thought the incumbent president wasn't gonna run.
Yeah, I know, but
he only did 4.
But I mean, come on, Joe didn't even really want to do it. I mean, he was vice president for 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like that's 8 years, and he was already in like the senatorial Congress situation. He was doing this shit for 30 years since like he was a bad guy.
Ain't you tired, Joe?
Ain't you tired, Joe?
Ain't you tired?
Go ahead.
Because Joe, I'm tired.
I'm tired,
I'm
Joe.
There.
I want some new energy.
But I'm like, none of the niggas really stepped up. Remember when Barack Obama was running? There were so many people running. I mean, even the first time, there's so many names I can remember. Like, and it was kind of exciting seeing all these people that wanted to like represent the Democratic Party. But like, y'all, besides Joe Biden, ain't nobody said they were gonna do it really.
Yeah.
And if it's out of respect, cool. But if it's because you being lazy.
Joe,
come on, y'all.
Come on, guys. Get somebody else.
AOC, you don't want to run?
Get somebody else to do it.
Cory Booker.
Where y'all at, bro? What's Andrew?
Elizabeth Warren.
Andrew, what's the dude from Florida?
Andrew Yang? No. Andrew Gillum?
Yeah, where Gillum at?
Hey.
Give Gillum a shot,
We don't care about the meth in that dick. We don't care about the nude pictures or the fact that you really gay.
Oh, you, man. Come back with a comeback rehab story,
man. The only person that cares is your wife, and she stayed with you. So bring you and that family
somebody do
down.
something.
We need a pansexual family in the White House.
Well.
It's sad. So just pray for us. People, because I know people watch this podcast internationally. Mm-hmm. Pray for us here in America, because it's raggedy.
Our Father.
Mm. Our news is not scripted. This is wild.
Yeah.
Help.
And are you ready for our last segment of the day, Warren?
Yes, Let It Burn.
What's that?
Let It Burn is a point in the podcast. It's our final segment where we release something that's been bothering us for the week. We throw it into the fire and watch it disintegrate into ash. So yeah, something that you want to get off your spirit. So let it burn with us.
You want me to go? You got it?
Do you have something?
I got something.
Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't even gonna say that. Okay. I'm letting burn motherfuckers in the parking lot. What is wrong with these motherfuckers in the parking lot, bro?
The parking is terrible.
People do that. Like, I understand it's a small space. Like, people just literally today, I saw a FedEx truck parked in a small parking lot. Mm-hmm. I'm just chilling, eating my chili because it's chilly today, so I was eating my chili.
It's cold.
All of a sudden, another FedEx truck comes by and has to block up the whole thing. In this small parking lot.
Y'all need to deliver faster.
People over here getting out the car, leaving the blinkers on. What are motherfuckers in the parking lot doing? So I'm letting motherfuckers in the parking lot burn, man.
You gotta let it burn. It's terrible. It's terrible out there, guys. Do better. Each one teach one. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was good. Okay, what I'm letting
let it burn
is you Simone Biles niggas. That really disturbed my spirit. That made me mad. You Simone Biles, you niggas that just was on her hair, her shoes, her dress.
That's crazy.
I hope your edges fall out.
Mm-hmm. They don't deserve them.
That's all that toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that bothered me.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm letting you niggas who don't have enough business,
mm-hmm.
enough of your own business,
mm-hmm.
we letting that burn. Get some business. Start a business. You know, they done locked up all the PPP loan people, so if they ain't got you by now, baby, you in the clear. Start that business.
You can go do it. Okay. You can do anything. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, we're going to let it burn for the podcast because this podcast is
lit.
That's from our international watchers.
Thank you guys for watching. Please catch us on the next episode of The Audacity. Make sure that you follow us at The Audacity, Jme and Warren on Instagram.
The Audacity on Twitter, The Audacity on Facebook, The Audacity Podcast on YouTube. You can email us at theaudacityjameandwarren@gmail.com. You can find me on my personal handle, Uncle Twirl. That's a twirl with a E.
Mm-hmm.
Where can they find you, Jamie?
They can find me at Say Less JME.
Yes, you can also check him out at Improv coming up on June 1st.
Oh, wow.
You can also see him doing many wonderful things in his art form because he'll be showing another short film that he co-wrote very recently after that film, so that'll be really exciting. Mm-hmm. So y'all better get on the train while it's rising.
Yeah. Check me out also April 27th at the Gathering Spot poetry session over my I don't know. We'll see what happens. I gotta come up with something.
So yeah.
Till the future. Some shit.